Hi there, everyone. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Hope that you're doing wonderful. Wherever you are in this world, I hope you're doing okay. You're feeling strong and positive and ready for a brand new day. So again, thanks for being here. Now, I have got my morning cup of tea. I think I've mentioned before to you that I absolutely love turmeric tea. So I've made myself a turmeric and ginger tea this morning. It's a kind of a yellowy color. And I just use turmeric powder, ginger powder, and some lemon juice. That's it with hot water, and that's my lovely morning drink. So hope you've got something that you enjoy too. But send me your tea ideas. I'm kind of running out of ideas. Send me the favorite tea of yours, and I'll see if I can find it here and give it a taste trip. Anyway, everything's great here with me. I started early this morning. I went for a walk down by the lake. It was so beautiful. The winter lake is still and calm and silent. Really, really lovely, and great way to start the day, get out into nature. Anyway, our show today is sponsored by International Living. Now, if you've been thinking about perhaps retiring abroad, living for less overseas, this might be the year. And International Living has been doing this research now for 40 years. They've got people living in countries around the world, and their job is to report back on all the different aspects of living in a foreign country. You know, the different issues related to healthcare and cost of living and culture, things that you would want to consider when making a choice. But these people on the ground are their correspondents, and they every year put together a guide. It's called the Global Retirement Index, and they're offering a free copy of this for our 60 and Me community. You can pop out to their website. It's internationalliving.com/60 and Me. And there's a great video there by one of their senior editors, Dan Prescher, and he just talks about the kind of benefits, in his opinion, of living abroad and the tool, this global index that International Living produces. So check it out. Now, this is obviously a dream or a thought that a lot of us are having, but there's one little tiny detail that we often forget, and that is money. We have to think about money. I'm sure that people are nodding their heads saying, yes, I would love to do this or this, but I'm dealing with money issues. And I guess that's the topic for today is, what is that? I mean, how do you deal with a money issue? Now, Danielle Howard is one of our bloggers, and she wrote an article. It's her business, of course. She writes about financial services and her consultancy, but she talks about the mental and physical aspects of money concerns and how that affects your body and your attitude to life, and how doing certain things can actually help to give you a positive point of view, like create positive affirmations about your relationship with money. Now, I've talked to all of you about this before, that I am not the best person in the world to give advice on this, because I've stumbled in many areas of my life, many of you did. Some my own doing, my own choices. Others are ones that happened, that we all went through in terms of the crash in 2008 and other times when the world got a little crazy. And that happens, but we have to kind of take responsibility for it all and own where we are today. Now, one thing that Danielle talks about, which I think is really important, is often we have a negative script about finances. So we say, and I say this sometimes, I say, oh, money is not my thing. I'm not wired to think about money. And I don't really understand the stock market, or, creating a budget and a spending plan, I was a little too hard. I just don't want to do that. Or I'll do it, but then you never do. So we have a negative script around money. And I think as soon as you accept that, and I think that I'm getting better at it, I know I am, and I absolutely see myself making better decisions and saying more positive things about money. She says once you get through this negative script, you can then start to really bring everything to the surface and understand your mindset and deal with it. So first thing is to acknowledge your negative script. Another thing Danielle says is to externalize it. So say it out loud, like I'm saying. Not say that you have to start a YouTube channel, but even just to yourself. Say, I have a negative attitude about money. My script is negative. I say I don't have an understanding of the stock market, but I could learn. So that just accepting that you've got it and then externalizing it. And she says sometimes writing this down in a journal. Sometimes some people will go to a retreat and kind of let these kinds of things go. One image she gives is to write it down on a piece of paper, and then burn it. Go out into the woods, or not into the woods. Go somewhere where it's safe, and burn burn that note, just as if you're letting it go physically as well as emotionally, and create a kind of a ritual about it. I've done these kinds of rituals before with other points of focus, but perfect for money. Let it go, and when you've let that negative script go, you can then start to focus on a positive script and start making some wise financial decisions. And actually, they don't have to be big decisions. They can be simply like educating yourself on money issues, just educating yourself. There are some fantastic books, and if anybody really wants to know some good ones, let me know, and I'll send you a list, because it's really important that you start educating yourself about money, and create and say to yourself that I'm creating a life of no regrets. Every decision that I make now concerning my money is going to be a positive one, and I'll take the good and the bad. Write it down, keep it visible. And one thing that Danielle suggests is a vision board. We've talked about vision boards before, and they can be used for all kinds of things to determine your fashion style, or where you want to live, and all kinds of things like that. But you can also do it with money. Just basically create a view of what money means to you. Just get it out there and deal with it. I think that's really, really important. One piece of advice from her, though, is, it's like we've talked about before with small steps, is that do it every day. Every time you make a purchase, ask yourself, do I really need that? Do I really want it? And this is right now it's the beginning of the year. I don't know when you're watching this, but usually at the beginning of the year, there's often sales of, things. And I've actually been really interested in how I've responded lately to sales. For example, I went into a shop and I saw they had these beautiful towels on sale, and they were actually really reasonable. It wasn't a big splurge, but it was like $5 or $10. And I had it all in my hand, and I chose pink. And I had them all in my hand, and I went to the workout, and I thought, I don't need these towels. Like I have one set of really good towels that I wash all the time, and I don't need more towels. And I just went back and put them back. And I think that if you can have a conversation with yourself about that, say it out loud. And I actually didn't say it out loud in the shop, but I said it out loud to myself as I walked out of the door. It was like, that was really a good decision, Margaret. Thank you for thinking that through, and making a choice. Yeah, $5, $10 isn't going to make a big difference in anyone's life, but to me, it was more the mental attitude. And as Danielle will remind us often, that there's a new person that comes out of this. You emerge a new person, and you have a new belief system and a new set of a new framework that actually helps your brain to build new pathways. I think this is the really important point here. Maybe I didn't highlight it earlier, but by having positive affirmations, having a positive conversation about money, your brain actually starts to build a new neural pathway, so that when you get to the point like I was with buying something I didn't really need, your brain just goes zoop, 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 and you walk on. And I think that it takes time. I think it's like 7 times you have to do something in order to, build a new pathway and make it part of you. But I think it's really important, and it gives you a way to develop new behaviors, as I said, and you'll be more resilient. You'll just feel better. So I hope this has been helpful. Part of our 60andMe vision has always been financial security as a priority, along with well-being and just independence. And those are the 3 pivots of 60andMe. Financial security, we don't talk about it enough. And I know maybe this isn't something you've always wanted to listen to. It's kind of boring, but I think it's important. Hope you do too. So I'd like to know, what negative financial thoughts have you brought into this time of your life? Yes, you've had ups and downs, bumps and experiences, but have you ever thought about changing your mindset so that you have a more positive attitude to money? Let us know what you think about this in the comment section below. I'd really like to join in the conversation and maybe give each other some support as we move forward in this, this phase of our life where money actually is very important to achieve all the things that we want to do. So, again, thanks for being here, everyone. We'll be back soon. I just wanted to remind you, too, that as we start the new year, we've actually got a whole new section now on the website. All kinds of cool articles are totally free. There's no membership to join our online world. And we've got, of course, Twitter and Facebook. We have a great community there, over 120,000 women in Facebook, but you have to kind of check it out regularly. And then we've got a new channel on, well, it's not new, but on YouTube that is becoming so big and popular and just nice conversation. So that's another place to go. It's youtube.com/60andme. And of course, I would love to remind you that if you want to help us financially at 60andme, we do have a Patreon community. You can give $1 or $3 a month, whatever you can afford, to help us to grow this business, to keep it going. And if you want to check that out, patreon.com/60andme. Oh, and I don't know if I can find the deck of cards. Oh, yes, I must talk about our deck of cards real quickly. I'm so excited about this deck. We had so many people purchase it and love it. It's called Aging Beautifully, and I just love it. It's just a fantastic deck of inspirational messages, and I'll just show you the pictures because they're so pretty. There we are. This one I love. This is my Find Your Tribe. You are my tribe. But anyway, it's a lovely deck, and you can check that out. There's a link on our website. And, again, thanks so much for your support. Thank you for your kindness and for being here with us on this journey. Tell us about your financial thoughts, though. What have you brought into your 60s, negative or positive thoughts? Take care, everybody. We'll talk again very soon, but be well. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.